know you can't stop coming.
Welcome to ZG Weekly, Kevin. I know sad week in our New England footprint, but doesn't.
Are you over it?
We're over it. We're moving on to ZG season, most importantly. So other than that, though, we got a great week ahead.
Yeah.
Checking out some social media stuff. Great state of Maine in the house. Blue Wave basketball. Robert Pillsbury. So still a fun, exciting episode.
Absolutely.
It's time for Coach's Chalk Talk. Coach, what do you got today? Excited to see it.
Steve, I know we've been with the Twitter followers.
Yeah.
And a follow that I want to recommend to people, a coach by the name of Gordon Chiesa.
Okay.
He's now with the Orlando Magic.
Coach the mailman, though, right?
Back in the day,
wow.
Coach John Stockton and Carl Maloney was on Jerry Sloan's staff, the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, Hall of Famer.
Been to a couple of his clinics.
Okay.
Great basketball insight.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much X and O from the, we mentioned last week the fast model,
right?
As it is basketball advice and philosophy. But Gordon Chiesa, I recommend all club coaches out there take a peek. You'll learn a lot.
I'm not discrediting X and O's, but overall game philosophy, team management, that stuff certainly not overrated.
Yep.
Not enough people take that stuff seriously. But it's how you buy in, it's how your kids buy into your program, the way you want to play. And I think more people need to start spending more time with things like that.
Good follow for our coaches out there.
Let's check it out.
Steve, our ZG social segment.
Awesome.
I know you had a tweet that you really liked.
And a little Instagram. You're getting me into that thing.
Instagram on the girls' side, right?
Yeah, it's always great to see the girls' basketball side really exploding, which we love.
No question.
But speaking of that, how many players did Coach Harrington have in the Evo Dome over in Woburn? Great job by them.
Over 150 in the snow.
It was in the snow. That gym was wall-to-wall with players just getting better.
Yeah,
awesome to see. Always love going through photos and seeing that.
Yep.
On the Twitter side, Coach Al Morales also runs a great facility, the Brewster Sports Center, 3 great courts.
Down in the Tri-State
Down in the Tri-State Circuit.
Yeah,
You're going to be there a lot in the spring. Can't wait.
Yep.
15-2 for Coach Al Morales' his Kennedy team.
Kennedy Hoops.
So it's great to see him. I know Greg and Matt are up there this week.
Sure.
And the Tri-State Circuit weeks away.
Can't wait to keep following everyone out there.
It's great to see even the off season. Let's keep them coming.
Yep.
Well, we're excited here for Interview of the Week with the former Mr. Basketball in the great state of Maine, Robert Pillsbury, director of the Blue Wave on the boys' side. First off, thanks for coming in. We're really excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Tell me all about the great playing career. I hear so many people say, oh, you should have saw him back in the day. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, growing up, I played basketball, the local YMCA, with the older guys. Played at Portland High School my senior year.
They were in a pretty good year this year, right?
They are.
Yeah.
They're 11-1 right now. So my senior year in high school, we went undefeated, won the state championship.
Nice. Where's the ring?
I know. I got my wedding ring, not my state championship.
You're a smart guy. We've all learned that.
But yeah, after that, I went to a junior college in Champlain College in Vermont.
Okay.
Then I furthered my career at Husson University.
Yep.
There, and I had some success.
Yeah.
It's a 2-time All-American there.
I would say some success.
So, yeah.
You say it like it's no big deal. 2-time All-American. It's not All-State. And now you're taking what you kind of built in the playing career into trying to develop many more players like that from the state. And I think you guys have done a great job. I mean, I've heard 29 teams.
Yeah.
So clearly you do something right.
Yeah. No, we have a skills and drills program. I do individual training as much as I can as well to give back what I know to the kids that want to get better and improve their skills.
Wow.
With that, obviously the playing experience, how did the Blue Wave concept start? How did it come to be?
Well, Sean Legassi, Steve Haynes, and Dewan Ebanks all were looking for programs for their daughters at the time. And they all met. They had inquired about previous programs, but they just thought that they would get their daughters together and form their own program. So that's how Blue Wave came to be.
And they're going to be a force this year on the girls' side of those teams.
Yes.
Wow.
There's many elite teams on the girls' side. Sean's team, the high school girls, a ninth grade group. I mean, the list goes on and on. So they're going to be very strong.
And how that kind of transformed itself to now multiple elite teams on the boys' side?
Well, our motto is fundamentals first.
Okay.
I think a lot of AAU programs are skewed with just playing and putting together teams, but we really focus on that fundamental part, and just so happens that a lot of parents and players loved what we were doing. So we tended to get some of those elite players within our program. So it's benefited us doing it the right way.
And 9th, 10th, and 11th grade teams to watch out for?
So on the boys' side, Coach Joe Voisin, he's coaching our high school boys.
Oh, nice pickup.
Which is, I mean, we have some of the premier players in Maine on that team. And we have 2 sophomore groups, my sophomore group, which will be very strong. We've added some players to that team as well. Joe Voisin's coaching another 10th grade team.
Okay, great.
So on the girls' side, Sean Legacy's high school girls, his 9th grade group. And we also have a couple other ones. Coach Train and Coach Ryan will be coaching a junior team as well. So we're looking forward to watching those
I always
teams.
love seeing Sean's teams play, too. They're so well coached, so fundamentally sound. They probably run more sets than my high school varsity team. It's an impressive thing to watch.
Yeah, he's really particular on his plays, and the parents and the kids love what he does.
They've been together forever. I've seen the same parents with that group probably since Zero Gravity started.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Can you talk about some of the accomplishments in the past year? Obviously, as you guys have risen, more and more, accomplishments. Can you talk about some of the specific ones that stand out for you?
Yeah. So particularly on the boys' side, the Gold Rush tournament that my 9th grade boys won last year was pretty big. Mm-hmm. We beat a very good MABC team. On the girls' side, and it's funny because at the time I was coaching girls and Sean was coaching girls, and we met a few times in the circuit and we played against each other at various events. But we've had a lot of success playing in your tournaments.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, look at the rankings last spring. Multiple teams in almost both genders, middle school and high school, represented. In the fall, 1 game away from taking home a belt.
Right.
So clearly, it's all over the place.
Yeah. We're going to transition to our 5 and 5 segment. A couple, quick hitters, so to speak. Our first one, and I know there's got to be a long list with the depth of the program now, but favorite player that you've coached?
You're going to get me in trouble with this. I'll be politically correct. I can't pinpoint one player, but there are a lot. I'll go with my 5th grade group. Silvano Ishmael, he's a 5th grader, and his handle right now is above and beyond what his grade is.
Yeah.
My 9th grade group, my 10th grade group, Teron Moss, the way he handles the ball, he just fits for other opponents.
Yeah.
On the girls' side, because I coach girls, Tasia Titherington, again, she's a light out. She'll shoot the ball from anywhere. She can get to the basket.
Right.
So those are some of the players that come to mind.
That's a tough spot. That's
In that question, I go, no. You know what, though? Why not fall on the spot? Every time I go in Maine, I'm always in the spot.
Okay, so favorite team and program, or the team that you like to see and compete against on the circuit?
This past fall, it was eye-opening for us as a program to come down and be able to play against BABC, Expressions, and the players.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing against the best. It's my competitive nature.
Sure.
My kids loved it. Just love playing against that group too, because the players get to know you,
mm-hmm.
the coaches from the other teams get to know you,
sure.
And we held our own for the most part, but it's tough to. I mean, those programs have 6'8", 6'9" athletic.
And then 5 more thoroughbreds off the bench.
Right, exactly.
It's tough to compete.
Yeah.
But you know what I like about you guys? You're not afraid to play the best. You specifically say, let me play those guys week in and week out. And no one else is doing that.
Right.
So it's good
Plus,
to see.
your kids leave those games, I'm sure, wanting more.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they just want to know.
They're getting written up. It's all over
Absolutely.
social media. It's good for them.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Goal Rush last year. What's the ZG event this spring you're most looking forward to?
The boys they're looking forward to that event as well this year. And Zero Gravity Finals, we were there. We came up short, but they're looking forward to that one as well. But every single event you guys host is good. So
It's tough to win these days.
yeah, exactly.
Best high school team right now in Maine.
I might be a little bit biased because I went to Portland High
heard
School,
that earlier, yeah.
but they're 11-1.
Yeah.
And during high school, crosstown rivals, 11-1 as well.
Right.
They did play a game against each other already, and Portland came out on top, but they play against each other again this Friday.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, we'll
So,
see that. Excited to see
yes.
it.
You got to go alma mater, though, right? I mean,
Yes.
Give
I'll
us
be
give
there
us a score.
on the Portland side.
All right.
And then the last one, which again is a tough one, especially with all the development that's gone on, but the most rewarding part of building a program in your position, being a player now on the coaching end, what comes to mind?
You know, it's gratifying just to give back to these guys. Just from what I've experienced and what I know, to actually see some of these players going out and putting on a move that I see myself working with them doing it's very rewarding. And actually taking them out of state and playing in these events, which they normally wouldn't get a chance to. I know when I was playing, it was kind of difficult to get out of state, but they enjoy it.
That's great.
So.
And just, in case people want to come find information about the boys and the girls program, I know you mentioned earlier there's Twitter, Facebook, and then also the website.
Yes. We have bluewavebasketball.org is our website. Blue Wave Basketball is on Facebook.
Right.
Blue Wave Basketball Elite is on Twitter. So
I know the Facebook used for statistics and
Yep,
high
during,
level.
Yep, during the high school season, we'll keep track of everybody's statistics,
great.
post them on there.
Wow.
The kids love it. So
Awesome.
Love that. Well, we'll see them in action. I know at least the girls will be in action at the NH Who's Fest, not too far away, and we'll see Blue Waves at big time events. Best of luck getting ready for the season. We'll see you real soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Under 60 days, Kevin. Can you believe it? Under 60 days till it all starts. The road to ZG Finals. I got my calendar. I get that little day one. Whooping them by the day. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But speaking of basketball, right?
Big thanks to Robert Pillsbury.
He was tremendous.
Great.
It was great. And you know what? I know we're all snowed in last week.
Yeah.
Tough for some of us. But don't worry. Huge games coming to the House Sport this week. ZGWL back in action. Teams get a rust to shake off after the snowstorm.
Back in the gym.
Huge games back at it. And we'll be right back here next week.
Can't wait.
Thank you.